Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
Thanks for joining us. Today we are going to do our, August pickups video.
August.
And doesn't look like there's much here, but we mentioned last month that we had a really exciting pickup. And we got about half. It's actually about 2/3 of that. So we're going to show you that.
Yeah.
And then when we get the rest of it, we'll show you the rest of it. But other than that really big pickup, it was kind of a quiet month. Yeah. But the stuff we did get, I'm really excited about. So we'll get to that at the end. Okay, so we'll just start with, again, sort of in the order that we got everything, right? Early in August, I went to a pawn shop and found this sitting there. Normally they don't have GameCube games. They stick with the PS3, 360, and Wii. And I was really excited when I saw it. And of course, once I picked it up, I realized it was a little bit too light.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the manual. But I picked up the second one at, I think it was MacLeod's back in, when was that? January or February? March? MacLeod's earlier in this year, and so I wanted to get the first one in the series too. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up the manual somewhere. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the GameCube. The reason I picked up the second one was because it had the arcade version included. But this I picked up to complete that little bit of the series. And then later that day I went to a thrift shop near me that I occasionally go to and found Wii Music, which I have very little interest in. At this point it's just to kind of get sort of the Wii, first party Wii games. It does have the manual. This is it's actually pretty thick too. So this was just sort of had to have that series of games for the Wii. And then another game, which I picked up the first version of, I think last month or maybe in June, and that's Wii Ski and Snowboard. And what I learned when I picked up Wii Ski was that Wii Ski and Snowboard is actually a little bit harder to come by and is a little bit more valuable. So when I saw this at that thrift shop, I went ahead and grabbed it too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even tried Wii Ski since I bought it, and I probably won't really try this one. But I bought it because the price was really pretty good compared to what I think it's worth. And again, I bought it to complete sort of having that group of games. And then I finally placed an order on Amazon. I have a bunch of things in my Amazon. I wouldn't call it the wish list. There's sort of a save for later.
Save for later.
Yeah.
For your cart.
We got like 90 items in there or something.
It's huge.
So I periodically watch them. When the price hits a good target, I'll pull the trigger on them. And this is a game I've been waiting to get for quite a long time. This is Rayman Legends for the PS3. I have Rayman Origins. I've actually been getting a lot of the Rayman games, whatever there are. I tend to have them on the PlayStation because the original Rayman game was on the PlayStation. I do have Rayman 2 for the Dreamcast, but been waiting to get this for a while. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet, but I think the price finally went down to close to $20, if not under, and I pulled the trigger. And then Killer is Dead. I think it was Amazon had this for like $10. And I've heard mixed reviews of this game, but it's got by this guy who I can't remember his name at the moment, but he does these really kind of obscure games, or not obscure, unusual games, and I have many of them. I think it's by the same guy who did Killer 7 and, there's some others. What is it? Well, I'm not sure what it is, but this finally went down to $10, and I wasn't expecting the collector's version or whatever this is. Maybe this is the only version, but it clearly came in more than just a PS3 Blu-ray case. It's got some kind of a book or something with it. It's still sealed too, so decided what the heck, I wanted that in my collection, and the price was right. And then you went to a garage.
I went to a garage sale right around the neighborhood, and they had a few Wii games. They weren't.
Was it Deal or No Deal?
And they were all sports, NBA and baseball, and I don't know. And so, but they had Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. So they wanted $5. They had a couple others that we were kind of interested in, so I tried to do a deal. But she wouldn't do it, so I was like, all right, I'll just get this one.
Yeah, I actually thought this was maybe slightly different than the Xbox 360 version, which I have. I don't think it is. I think it's the same game. It's just,
for the Wii.
Yeah, lower
Lower res.
Lower resolution, lower whatever, lower resolution, I guess, and quality for the
this game
to work on the weight.
This and then the Xbox one. You took the PlayStation one. All three.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Complete the collection.
If I come across Modern Warfare for the PS3, maybe I'll get it. I really did enjoy this game on the 360. It's just, I think it's fantastic. But anyway, we got the Wii version too. And then let me talk about this. So I saw a video by Metal Jesus, or maybe it was a tweet, and he said that GameStop was getting rid of their PSP games. So I went to GameStop. Well, this is clearly not a PSP game. What ended up happening is I told myself that if they had Phantasy Star Portable, that I would get it. Now they did what they often do. They only had a new version of it. They didn't have used, and the new version was worse than many of the used versions. But the other reason I went to GameStop is because I had been accumulating apparently enough points to get a $5 off of a game. So I redeemed some points, and I went, and they did have Phantasy Star Portable, so I bought it. When I got it home, I realized that it was far more damaged. Not the disc, but the case and everything was far more damaged than I had originally thought, and I returned it.
Once you peeled back the layers of
Once
stickers.
I peeled back all the stickers, I realized that there was a lot of sun damage and a lot of stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying a new price for this, even with the $5 coupon, to have all this damage, because you can still get it new on Amazon. So I went back, and they were good enough to, the next day, they were good enough to take it back in, and I swapped it instead for Beautiful Katamari. I do have the first game for the PS2, Katamari Damacy, or I'll just stick with that pronunciation. And I've been thinking about picking up some of the other games. But they did have this one, and I have not seen it really before sitting around, so I figured it was a good opportunity to grab it. And it's in really good shape.
Yeah.
I don't even have to swap the case out. So I was able to exchange this. Again, the price was a little high, but with the $5 off, it was okay. So did get this at GameStop. And then as a result of doing that, I did go ahead online on Amazon to look at their PSP selection, and went ahead and grabbed MotorStorm Arctic Edge. I've been trying to get the MotorStorm games, the other two. I have the first one for the PS3, but I've been trying to get the other two. And they're actually, it's weird, they seem to be sort of hard to come by. But this was like $6 on Amazon, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And since I was doing that, I figured I may as well go ahead and grab this, which has been in my save for later list for a long time, the Serious Sam collection. I'm not really familiar with this series, but the collection seemed pretty good. It comes with 1 and 2, not 2. It comes with what they call the first encounter and the second encounter, which are apparently the first game, and then it comes with the third game, and then there's also some like spin-off called Serious Sam Double D XXL or something. It doesn't actually have Serious Sam 2, though they did make that for the original Xbox. Now I've added that to my wish list.
Of course.
So, and then there was another spin-off called the Next, what do they call it? The first encounter, the second encounter. There's one called the Next Encounter for the PS2 and GameCube, and I've added that to my wish list too. So we'll see about getting this series, but this is also sealed. Haven't opened this one yet. So that's pretty much it, with the exception of this one pickup. That's pretty much it for what we did in August. I did get some Skylanders stuff, which we don't have here, but we did get a little bit of Skylander stuff. But the big deal, big deal for this was this pickup that let's start with the I want to start with the Super Nintendo stuff. So why don't you tell us about what happened?
So my sister just texted us or texted me and was like, "Would you guys be interested in some old video games?" And I was like, "Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what schoolboy doesn't?" And so she said that a friend of her husband, she was telling him how we are collectors, and so that he was like, "Well, I got some systems at like my mom's house in the garage. Would you be interested?" And we were like, "Yeah, so what are they?" So he went and looked and took some pictures and sent them to us, and so we texted back and forth with my sister, and we were like, "Sure," and we weren't sure if it works. We're not sure if it works, if everything works, so.
Right, so we made an offer
based on what we wanted to pay, based on what they were worth, and
And the risk that we were willing to take, given that they would might not
they
work.
have to travel from. This is in Chicago. My sister's still in Chicago, so and so we got some Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, they accepted our offer.
Yep.
So we got some Super Nintendo games, which let's go through. So some of them are still in Chicago.
Yeah.
We got.
So my mom came to visit in August, and we said, "Bring what you can," and so she did.
And this is what she brought. So I have some duplicates. These are some Super Nintendo games that I already have. They are Super R-Type, and these were all loose. They did have the dust sleeve, which I'm not showing here because they're filthy. But we have Super R-Type, which is fantastic. I love R-Type.
Yeah.
I already had the game, of course, because I do enjoy that game. But it's nice. I've got a second now. Super Mario World. That's pretty standard. Star Fox. And Super Mario All-Stars. So not bad. I mean, these are all the games that I already had, and so of course I think they're not bad games to have. And then we did get some new ones. There are six other new ones that I got, which we can go through. So this is, what is this?
The Adventures of Dr. Franken.
So I'd never even heard of this game, but seems, I don't know, some kind of platformer.
Biometal.
Now this I'm interested in because it appears to be some kind of a shooter. So it seems really cool. So I was interested in this one.
Bubsy.
Bubsy, another kind of character-driven platformer. It seems okay. Seems pretty good.
Ooh, Pinball Dreams.
Okay, it's, pinball.
I like pinball games.
Well, yeah.
Super Battle Tank, War in the Gulf.
Okay.
And Putty.
Super Putty.
Oh, Super Putty. Sorry, that's right.
So,
Super Putty.
Not thrilled about a bunch of these. They're okay. I mean, they all work and everything like that. The big one I'm interested in is Biometal. And so how many is this? This is 10 games, so there's 5 more.
5 more.
That we'll show you another time. Like there's most of them, I think most of the other 5 are new for me. Nothing super exciting, but still, it was nice to pick up a bunch of these Super Nintendo games. But the real treat about this was that this guy had TurboGrafx games, and they were in their cases. And there were 12 of them. There are 7 that we have here. The other 5 are still in Chicago. But the beauty of it is that only one of them was a duplicate. And the rest of them were either brand new for me or completed the copies that I had. So we'll go through them. So of course the duplicate is Keith Courage and Alpha Zone. So of course,
well, it came with the system.
It comes with the system, so this game is everywhere.
Yep.
And then this completes my my copy of Bonk's Revenge. I had it loose. I now have it. It's complete with the sleeve. So it's nice to have now a complete copy of this, and now I have a duplicate loose version of this game. And then the game I was really excited about, which everybody seems to have except me for the TurboGrafx, and that's Blazing Lasers. And of course, this is the very first game I tried. It's the very first game I cleaned, and it's the only game that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
I absolutely cannot get this game to work, but at least I have the manual, the case, and everything like that. So I don't think it's going to be too hard to get a loose copy of this game because it seems to be pretty popular, pretty prevalent. The next 4 I'm really excited about. These all work. They're all games I've actually desired, and they're all complete. So we'll go in alphabetical order.
Dragon Spirit.
Dragon Spirit. I've wanted this game since I first saw it in a GamePro magazine back in 1989. Love vertical shooters, that's what this is. Graphics looked gorgeous, and I've been playing probably this, this and another game are the 2 that I've really been playing. Next, alphabetical order.
Galaga 90.
Galaga 90, a reimagining of the Galaga game, the classic arcade game. It's actually, it's pretty good. It does some things a little bit different, but you can definitely see the influence of it's clearly based on the original game. There's some new stuff that they do, but very nice, very nice. Glad to have that one. And another game I've wanted for a really long time.
The Legendary Axe.
The Legendary Axe. It's a must-have for the TurboGrafx. So that's the other game I've been playing a lot. Very excited to have the Legendary Axe. Mm-hmm. And finally, a game that I didn't really know much about, but it's new for me, and that is
Tiger Road.
Tiger Road. Seems to be some kind of another run to the right platformer, beat 'em up. I don't know what you call it. It's not a beat 'em up really. Run to the right. It's like Shinobi or something where it's one hit kills, so I don't really call it a beat 'em up, but maybe it's not one hit. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, I've only played it once, and just to try it out, it works. So really excited about this pickup because we got, like I said, 12 TurboGrafx games, all complete as far as I'm concerned. They don't have the cardboard boxes, but they do come in their case. And we'll show you the other 5 when we get them. They are duplicates because I had her mom prioritize the new ones. There's one that's a new one that'll be in there, but they'll complete the ones that I have already loose. So really excited about this. As far as I'm concerned, the Turbo made that deal.
Yeah.
And the Super Nintendo was gravy that we go ahead. We threw it in, and then when we made our offer and when they accepted it, it was gravy.
Too, when my sister first pinged me, she said TurboGrafx, and we were like, oh. And then when he sent the pictures, he sent TurboGrafx games and then a picture of all the Super Nintendo games. And we were like, oh,
throw them all together. Throw them all together, and we'll bundle them up. So that was the big exciting pickup for us for August. As far as I'm concerned, that makes August one of my favorite months of the year so far in terms of pickups. But
otherwise, we scaled back.
Otherwise we scaled back. So
that's because we're saving up.
We're saving. Yeah, we have to prepare for PRGE.
Yeah.
So it's the end of August, so we're looking at about 6-7 weeks left until PRGE, and we're really excited about it. And
No,
of course not. No, we haven't been talking about it all the time, but we'll have to save up for that, and we'll see how September goes.
Maybe we won't have anything in September.
Yeah. Unlikely that we won't have anything. Sure we'll have something, but. Okay, so that's it for our August pickups.
Yeah. If you enjoyed our video, like us and subscribe.